Welcome back to the Marine Corps Movie Minute, where we discuss the movie Heartbreak Ridge 1 minute at a time. I am your co host, Brian Lockhart,
And I'm Jack Perry.
and today we are back discussing minute 12 of Heartbreak Ridge. Minute 12 begins with Clint Eastwood stopping for evening colors, and the minute ends with Stitch Jones making some new friends. Last minute, we just got 1 second of Clint Eastwood, walking outside, past some Marines in formation. You pointed something out before we started recording about that formation Marines. I didn't notice it till you pointed it out.
So earlier on in the minute or in the movie, most of the Marines had what looked to be brand new camis on. They were all very crisp and clear. But anybody that served knows that over time your camis are going to fade, and they fade at different rates depending on, how often you wash them, how hard you are on them, stuff like that. That unit actually looked like it looked well. It's probably a working party because the entire time I was in, other than training, you never really saw Marines in formation going anywhere, unless it was for like a hump or like a unit hike. And there was something red. It looked like on their legs, like a reflector or something. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, I've never seen that for either. I thought that was weird. Oh, okay, all right. So while you were talking, I did a quick Google search and it said the red patchers, properly referred to as landing support specialists, have a unique role in Marine Corps. Confusion on the beach. They coordinate ship to shore movement of troops, vehicles, and supplies. And they say confusion on the beach led to the creation of a red patch to distinguish the landing support Marines from those in the infantry.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense considering that he's at an air. What did we call it again? It was like first air delivery.
Yeah.
So
And they all have jump wings on their camis too.
so that makes sense. I've never. I mean, I didn't know that, and I've never noticed that before either. I mean, I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out.
Hey man, that's the upside of doing these movie by the minute podcasts, right? You get to watch the minute over and over again. You're gonna pick up stuff. Yeah, but it's not like we're super skilled at pointing these things out first time. We've seen this movie. It's just streaming it over and over again. You get to see the.
What I thought it was a bunch of red crayons in case Marines got hungry.
Yeah, I think it does happen, but it's a little low. It was a little low cami or for the cargo pocket.
Well, that's true.
It is on their knees. Notice too that the flag looked like it was at half mast.
Yeah, you pointed that out as well, and I didn't notice that because it's kind of like he stops
Mm-hmm.
and salutes, for evening colors, and I just always kind of took it as, it was already in the process of coming down, but that doesn't make any sense because, the music wasn't playing yet. Tom Highway is not the type of guy that would keep moving during colors.
No.
So, you're right. I think it was a half mast. I just tried to look up if, you know, the Beirut bombing because I know that happens very close to Grenada, but that was in October, and we know this is in July. So
Well,
that
yeah.
wasn't from that. I mean, if it was meant to be that, I mean, it could. I mean, it could be, and they just got their dates wrong. Maybe it was something else. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, I mean, could have been, it could have been any number of things, or we just didn't see the top of the flagpole because it does look like it was either cut off or just not visible.
Well, I thought it was a little weird. Like the thing I noticed was that it was still pretty bright. So I thought it seemed a little bright and early for evening colors.
That's California, man.
Well, does
Yeah, you're
dusk
right though. Yeah,
does dusk change in California, or is it just bright
yeah,
all the time?
yeah. It's well, from what I remember, it's pretty bright all the time. I mean, it is beautiful out there.
Clint Eastwood wouldn't have, he stopped as soon as the music started playing and started as soon as it started coming down. So I think it was half mast. I think that was a good observation. Um, have you ever run from colors?
Every Marine has run from colors.
Have you ever been caught running from colors?
Every Marine has also been caught running from colors. Usually by your buddies. You were the one that just was outside
Yeah.
outside on the catwalk when it happened.
Well, no, I don't mean like okay. So there's that. It's you run and it's like you didn't make it, so now you got to stop and
Uh,
face the flag. I mean, has anybody caught you running from colors?
oh no, not officially. No, no, no. You get a little bit more sense than that.
when I when I first got to Cherry Point, I was with, with some guys that have been in a while, and of course, colors just about starts. We're right near the barracks, so of course we all take off, and I'm following lead, and of course I'm the only one that gets caught like walking into my barracks, and next thing I know, knock, 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 knock. There's the duty sergeant.
Yeah.
He's making the rounds, and he caught me, and of course, he asked me, my name and all that stuff, and I told him, and he goes, "Hey, I noticed you didn't stay for colors." I said, "Well, of course, I didn't say, well, my friends ran, so I ran too."
Yeah. Yeah, because that would be a bitch move.
Yeah. Well, it was funny. He took offense to it, and rightfully so. He was in the
Yeah.
color guard. He had done color guard, and he's like, "Look, this it's kind of important. You really shouldn't do that." And if instead of just being like, "You're right. I'm sorry. I'll do better next time," I tried to come up with some bullshit excuse, and he just looked at me, and he knew it was
Yeah.
bullshit, and
Yeah.
he looked at me. He said, "Man," he goes, "you're just making it worse."
Yeah.
I said, "Sorry, sergeant," and that's when I just shut up, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, just don't do it again." And I said, "Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry."
Yeah.
So, there's been plenty of times I'm the only guy standing out there after that because of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's happened, man. It's happened quite a few times. I know we've been out there a few times where you got a beer in one hand, maybe a cigarette in the other, and you're
Yeah,
saluting, and the cigarette's sitting there burning, just going right in your eyes,
right.
because that's just where it was when you like, don't move, just
Right, just
pop a
freeze.
salute.
Yep.
Oh,
So, yeah, I don't think Clint Eastwood or Tom Highway is gonna be one of those guys that's ever gonna run from color, so
no, no, yeah, I mean, it is an honor that's paid, and it's supposed to be respectful, but just sometimes it's just damned inconvenient because it happens every day.
right. It's yeah, it's like it's day in, day out, and it's also
Mm.
like you're young and dumb and just don't wanna,
Mhm.
you just don't wanna do some of the stuff you're supposed to do sometimes.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
alright, so after this, we totally change scenes. We go to the Wagon Wheel Saloon for their weekly talent night, and, it looks like a dive bar for sure.
Yeah, oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm guessing it's still in California, but it definitely looks like one of the bars that Philo Beto would, hang out in with his orangutan. Definitely, Stitch Jones. We meet Stitch Jones for the first time. They said he's from, New Jersey, and he comes out in, fringed leather jacket, no shirt on, headband, playing rock and roll music in, in a good old boy dive bar.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
They introduce him, and of course, Stitch Jones is Mario Van Peebles. So we
Yes.
we we meet Mario Van Peebles for the first time, and do you have a favorite Mario Van Peebles movie?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Uh, other than this one, the Highlander shit, the Highlander one where he's the sorcerer.
I knew you were gonna say Highlander.
I,
I know if
I
you
feel like
didn't,
I
I
kind
would've
of been disappointed.
yeah, I would've been disappointed if you did not say Highlander because I knew it was gonna be Highlander.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but I mean, I didn't mind that one. It was one of the it was. I mean, they after the first one, it kind of dipped a little bit, but that one wasn't horrible. It was watchable. It had some cool stuff in it. But yeah, yeah, he was a cool bad guy. The
My
only
favorite Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No,
Well,
no, the
my
other.
no,
Damn it.
you you talk, I'll shut up.
The only other one that I really know of is that one's called Solo, where he was a robot or some nonsense.
Yeah,
It
that
it wasn't good.
so that's not Solo, a Star Wars story.
No, no, absolutely not. That one though wasn't horrible. It just wasn't good.
I think I've seen Solo. It sounds vaguely familiar. I do remember Posse a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. 90s video, direct to video movies.
He was in New Jack City, which
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen that in forever, but I remember really liking it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie.
I think my personal favorite is probably All My Children. Apparently, in 2008, he played a lawyer on All My Children.
Did you go out of your way to record your stories?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that. Well, his first role was on what? One Life to Live.
Oh, the soap actor?
I think he wasn't in it very much. Well, actually, he was in it for a year, so yeah, I guess that's how he got his start. But a lot of people get their start that way.
Yeah.
There's um there's another guy that's going to come up, and I'll mention it later. That I think he was on All My Children.
Yeah,
Maybe it was a bit of a recomplatune reunion on All
a
My
little
Children.
little nepotism, a little soap
Yeah,
opera nepotism.
he was on Damages though. I never watched that, but I heard it's a good show.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was one of those FX shows.
Yeah,
But I he's just one of those guys where I always liked him. But really, this is the movie I know him for the most,
yeah.
and like the best. And of course, he's in Jaws 4, The Reckoning, or whatever, The Revenge,
No,
or whatever it's called.
I don't even remember that one.
This time it's personal.
Yeah, yeah. Is that the one where they're the? Damn it! Was it the last Starfighter guy was in it?
Yes,
Okay, yeah. Then I vaguely remember. I think that was the only reason why I watched that stupid movie.
it's not good.
No, it's not.
But yeah, but it's just one of those things where I like Mario Van Peebles, but I feel like just going through his IMDb, he's worked consistently, but he's never. I'm surprised he's not a bigger star,
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, his dad was somebody famous too.
Yeah, I think his mom was too.
Yeah.
But anyways, so Stitch Jones, though, he is, he's from New Jersey. He's introduced as the president of punk, the Earl of Funk, and not the Ayatollah of Rock and Roll. I thought for sure that's when we heard that, but it's not.
No.
Um, the the audience mostly seemed unimpressed by his
Yeah.
introduction.
Yeah. Except for the handful of rednecks at the bar, which apparently have had a run in with him before.
Well, there was a few people that kind of smirked, but when he started playing, they kind of got into it. But those two big rednecks were like Stitch Jones, like they they didn't seem to like his name too much.
No, guess not.
When he comes out and starts playing, electric guitar, it reminded me of Marty McFly when he tried out for the talent show.
Yeah, yeah, well, their kids will love
Yeah, I'm sorry, son, you're just too damn loud.
it.
Of course, those rednecks start throwing stuff at him right away, and they threw tomatoes and lettuce at him.
Yeah, what are they having, a hamburger or they got salad? It
Yeah,
doesn't.
I don't know. I don't even know what they were throwing. It's hard to tell, but chucking stuff at him, and of course he takes exception to it. He say, "Look, hey, I'm trying to do my thing. So I mess with you when you're all playing Romance the Sheep."
Yeah. Yeah, with their girlfriends or wives sitting there right next to them.
Yeah, he said, "Do America a favor and put a bag over the head, so a 10-gallon bag for their." Well, we don't know what their 10-gallon bag is for, but that's where the minute cuts off. But
Yeah.
he's giving as good as he's getting, basically.
Oh yeah, fearless.
I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. We meet Stitch Jones, and he's a rock and roll guy.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Probably in the wrong wrong place for that type of music.
Yes, looks that way. Oh well. Hey, so I did a quick little look here. Apparently, the bar was in San Clemente. Um,
Okay,
it was a real bar, and it has since been changed. They call it Mulligan's now, Sports Bar and Grill. They got a picture of it that shows kind of where it was at and what it looked like then and but it was a real bar. So
nice.
it wasn't actually done up specifically for the movie.
Filmed on location.
Yeah, yeah. I was kind of curious, so I just throw that in there. But yeah, it's a South Orange County area, so seems to be pretty consistent with kind of what we know about the movie so far.
All right. Well, so then that just puts more information in our heads that this
Yeah,
is California. They're in
yeah,
California,
yeah,
which makes sense.
yeah.
All right. Well, do you have anything else then?
I do not.
Well, all right. Well, let's just come back next time and discuss the next minute.
Roger that.
Um, which what that next minute will be minute
13.
13. Thank you. Lucky number 13.
Yeah. And this is when the technical problems start.
Hey, if we
Join us in 2 episodes where we skip 13 and just go right to 14.
no kidding. Well, we've already had our share of technical difficulties because in case anybody isn't quite clear, we're still don't know what the hell we're doing. So
Mm-mm. No, but
we're
we have
figuring.
microphones, so we get to be experts.
All right. All right. Well, all right, Perry. Thanks for joining me for minute 12, and thanks for for meeting Stitch Jones with me.
Absolutely. Everybody have a good one.
All right, let's go play Romance of Sheep.
Bye. I mean, it's not like we're preternatural people. Just
Huh?
stumbling. Yeah.
Say what?
English for Marines. I should just use like 3-syllable words. That's it. That's all. Uh, shut up, Billy.